But you just touched on something I want you to actually speak on. That actually made me ask you this question. Okay. I know what the grind is as a hip hop artist.
Yeah.
Come on.
I don't know what the grind is as an actor. You know what I'm saying?
My man.
So talk to them about what's the difference between the grind as a hip hop artist and the grind as an actor, or is it any different? Because you in both of those words. You're a working actor, right? And you're a hip hop artist.
Come on.
You're a working hip hop artist. So what's the difference in the grind, like, or is it any difference? That's basically
it's I'm not really gonna say it's a big difference. I'm gonna be honest with you, like I have runs sometimes where I'm just opening for different artists and I might have a nice couple months of doing that. I remember definitely when I first really started opening for artists was 2015 with Big Daddy Chaney. Put me on my first sold out show at Howard Theater back in DC.
Shout out to Big Daddy Chaney.
Yeah, man, shout out to Chaney.
Legend of hip hop.
Which is where we from DC, of course, me and my family. And but like I said, the grind with music for me being independent is, finding those shows. You know what I'm saying? Finding those shows, and I might have a good run for a couple of months performing, and then it might be a dry run where, I may not be fit for certain shows. If it's, I know for instance, like sometimes, like I spot date with Kane a lot, but it might be some shows where they say we doing all 80s artists or something. You know what I'm saying? Early 90s, late 80s artists or whatever, and that might be a run. If he on tour, that might be something that I can't jump on.
Right.
For the acting, acting is probably tougher because like for instance, when The Wire was on from 2002 to 2008, that's 6 years, 5 seasons, constantly working. But once The Wire ended, it was a little hard for me to find a gig like that in big movies and different things like that. But one thing that I'm fortunate to have was The Wire as a stepping stone because dealing with other independent filmmakers and directors and writers and producers, I've been always able to still work. A lot of people think as an actor when you work, it has to be on mainstream shows or movies or commercials. But like I said, I was able to gravitate to independent like filmmakers who, some of my friends that own Red cameras and they can write and they can act, and we start putting our own films together. That's a part of the work. That's a part of the grind.
Right.
So with me being able to do that, I got movies in Walmart, Target, you know what I'm saying? Like movies that people actually saw. I mean, mainstream, as whoever considers, Hollywood mainstream, they may not have saw it, but I was able to make money.
Underground, underground.
I'm like probably one of the most. I might be one of the most underground people, like in the acting business that people in Hollywood talk about.
Bro.
Yeah, I'm active in a lot of different ways. Like I said, it's mainstream with The Wire now, Saints and Sinners, of course. That's a national television network, Bounce TV, Swirl Films. That's national. I'm on TV every week again. But in between that, I just shot a movie called We Need to Talk in Philly.
Okay.
It's independent. It's going to be huge. It stars James Maslow from Big Time Rush. That's the Nickelodeon fan base. I mean, just think y'all the first people to hear about something like this.
Come on.
But you'll probably see it in 2020. You know what I'm saying? On the big screen.
Right.
So I mean, like I said, man, just connecting with different writers, directors, and still hustling like I'm broke. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, that's the key.
Always. I don't care how much bread I get, and I mean sometimes it's up and down.
Yeah.
Money come and go, but one thing I've been good at is just staying focused on my goal.
And let me tell you
that's
something.
The work.
And not to cut you off, but one thing that I appreciate about you and other people who have, just the feedback from other people who met you, whatever, is that you stay humble.
Yeah.
And I think I've dealt with a lot of actors.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, of course, the entertainment is entertainment. So, dealt with a lot. And a lot of times, you know, it's like being an actor, the ego coming right along with it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Some people just got the ego, just like haven't done a quarter of the work you've done.
Right.
Come on. And, you know, what I appreciate from you is that, you know, like you said, you grind like you
still broke.
You still broke. And you was able to come through, because most people would have, you know, small mark Athens,
Yeah, but see,
I don't on that.
And not to cut you off, but see, I don't look at work in the acting field or the hip hop music scene as anything being small. Nothing is small, you know, and nothing is too big for real. You know what I'm saying? Like tonight, coming to Athens, which I've never been here, I've never performed, I've never had the experience of acting, but I did it tonight, and with the intimate group of people that was there, I connected with everybody. So I might have connected with the next Jay-Z or the next T.I. or, you know, Biggie or whatever. I might have connected with somebody where I don't, just off of me being humble and, you know, taking numbers and getting information. I mean, because you, like I said, man, it's strength in numbers. And tonight, even though it was an intimate setting, man, we all connected on another level, you know, where if we hop on records together, that goes that goes somewhere else. That, you know, I'm open to the Athens fan base, and then y'all jumping on records with me. It's like, oh, Trey got other people that he's collaborating with, and that opens the door for a lot more things that happen in music and TV and film.
Right.
Goes into you, Trey, question on being in both worlds, having a foot in both worlds. How do you balance it? So for other artists out there who may be stepping into that direction, or who may have those aspirations to go into film and still be a hip hop artist as well, how do you take that balance or make that work for you and with a balance in your life?
Well, the balance, man, comes from just really focusing on the work despite all of the other stuff that comes with it. Because like I said, I've been in this business long enough. I've been in this business since I was 8, but I want to say, you know, my break, of course, was what people know me for, which was The Wire in 2002. And the balance with television, film, and music is really to not give up on it. Okay. Because this ain't no cakewalk. You know what I'm saying? This is nothing easy about what I do, but I just choose to not give up. And I think that's what gets me ahead of a lot of people, because, man, some of the stuff I go through, man, I mean, people see all my wins. I mean, and I even, you know, I publicize when I'm not working, but I don't look at it as me not working. It's never a time where I'm not working. And that's when I say, when people consider what I do mainstream. You see Bounce TV, you see HBO, you see the BET stuff I've done, Netflix stuff I've done, but, you know, after tonight, man, I'm gonna go home tomorrow. I'll probably write a couple records, get in the studio. That's what people don't see. Yeah. You don't see that grind of, you know, me going home, and if I don't have nothing coming through, I create it myself. So that's the balance. The balance is just never giving up, and despite what obstacles is gonna come, because this is hard. You know, it's a real hard business, man, but I've been built for it for so long.
I'm gonna tell you something else I like too. You put that in your music.
Yeah.
And that's, to me, that's unique. Mm-hmm. I've heard of, you know, entertainers crossing streams. Mm-hmm. Professional basketball player who rap, actor who raps, got a record. You know what I mean? There's been a slew of them. But when they rap, they seem to superimpose their on-screen persona.
Right.
You see me, and like you got what most people don't have. You were starring on one of the greatest shows TV has ever produced.
Yeah.
I mean, that's a fact.
That's
That's
a
not flattery at all. That's
Big
a fact.
facts. Big facts.
That's one of like you were part of history.
Thank
Like
you, man.
like from a lot of different standpoints. That show is monumental.
Yeah.
I mean, above board, below board.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I wish a lot of people would have paid more attention to it. A lot of them probably wouldn't be in the penitentiary right now. But that's a whole nother subject for a whole nother day.
Yeah.
But when people have, like, let's say you have an actor who has certain credits to his name, a hit show or whatever. When he rap, he's going to superimpose that. So
Right.
he's going to talk about the lifestyle and how he, regardless of how he may be living, that's what he's going to talk about. Because he wants to but so I applaud you for, I'm listening to one of your songs and you breaking it down.
Yeah.
You breaking down the struggles. Like, you may think this is one way.
Yeah.
I'm gonna tell you I'm gonna tell you what the struggle is for real.
You know why? You know why I do that, man? Because first of all, people identify with truth when you tell the truth, and I don't look at any other artist. You know, I'm not trying to be like nobody else. I always look at why did I love Jay-Z so much? Why did I love Tupac, Biggie, Meek Mill, people like that, Nas? Because they made me identify with their truth. You know, they told the truth in their music. You know what I'm saying? And for me, once I figured that out, I'm like, well, like you said, I'm on this big show, but when that show ends, you know, in one of the songs I relate to not being able to pay half the mortgage.
Yeah,
you know,
right.
that stuff is real.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And you think, you know, when I use my son in that video about all the success, you know.
Powerful video.
Yeah,
too.
the success got a lot of perks, but it also bring a lot of hurt.
Come on.
You know, that's really my, you know, at times that's my life for real. So I'm giving people that, and you know what? Those songs are the songs that do the streams on iTunes, you know, and Spotify, Tidal, and all that. And when I see those type of things happen, I'm like, okay, I'm touching on something that's powerful. And then the record I performed tonight, Dedicated Father.
Yeah.
I mean, you know, I wrote that song. You know, that was the fastest song that I've ever wrote. Because I'm gonna be honest, I write my lyrics, but it takes me, you know, sometimes a couple days to write. But that song, I wrote that song in one day, and it still runs on BET Jams every Father's Day, all throughout, you know, BET, Revolt, MTV, because they identify with my truth. Then, as you notice, I always cast, you know, every now and then I cast my wife, my kids, my dad, my mom, my grandmother, my sister. I cast my real life family. I don't look for somebody who I don't know, you know, actors and actresses that I don't know for personal videos.
Okay.
You know, I do cast different actors and actresses and musicians in my videos that I might not know, but for the personal stuff, you know, I'm gonna give people reality, and that's where I've been able to get ahead in music, you know.
Okay.